position. I'm not at a point.
Well, when you say they had a duty to preserve, I get what you mean by that, but it doesn't, I don't know that anybody hasn't preserved anything. Court calls case people versus Kenesha Johnson Jackson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Mullen on behalf of Ms. Jackson. All right. To my right.
Yes. Your name?
Kenesha Johnson.
Kenesha. All right.
Thank you.
All right. What are we doing today?
Well, Your Honor, last time we were here, we had a German discovery because of the voluminous discovery in this case. I have requested a couple items. I have not received them. Prosecutor's been very diligent, responding to me and following up. But she could explain better kind of where we're at on the
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Mark Barroso on behalf of people. I did receive a request earlier this week for CCTV footage as well as medical records and an update on forensic dump for electronic devices. Those are not things that are in our possession. As of right now, defense counsel has everything that's in our possession. So this is going to require additional follow-up time by law enforcement in order to obtain those additional supplemental pieces of discovery. So his requests, we are not able to give them right now because we don't have them, but at this time, a follow-up has been made with my officer in charge, and he is actively working on those.
Go ahead.
Regarding that. I believe everything she said is true. The only thing that I would point to is in the discovery, a portion of these surveillance tapes that we're asking from the building of Myers Target are shown through the officer's body cam. It's not complete. It's not the best, the best version of the tape, but we're actually looking for that tape. We know that they had access to it, or they had come across it. The officer would have.
Well, but they would have been in the loss prevention room watching it, and it picks up on the body cam. Well, that
they
means.
Still have a duty to preserve that evidence.
But they're not saying that they're not, Mr. Mullen. I mean, what she's saying is it's not in our possession. I would hope that the stores would have held that, and that's who has. I mean, there are people that have to go through that to then get that. So, I mean, I don't think they're trying to not do anything, but it's not in their possession. Whose medical records are we talking about?
Complaint.
This department.
All right. And you tried to get those.
I have made the request for law enforcement to either obtain a medical release so that those can be released to us. If not, then to go through the search warrant process in order for us to obtain the medical records. Yes.
Okay. And then what was the third thing?
The third thing was an update on the forensic dump for the electronic devices because there was a cell phone and a computer, I believe.
Okay. And those were turned over to whom?
It was an outside agency. It was not left with Pittsfield.
Oh, so when you say an outside agency, what do you
I
mean?
believe that it was the MSP. I have to just double check. But Pittsfield is not doing the electronic.
They're not doing the forensic analysis of that. Okay. And you've followed up with that also, or?
I have reached out to my officer in charge because he's the one who's been the point person with the outside agency as far as those forensic searches are going. I have not received an update yet. My response back that I got yesterday was that he was off yesterday and today, but would be back in the office first thing tomorrow morning, and I would be receiving an update on all of these items tomorrow.
Got it. And so, and certainly regarding the forensic, that's going to depend on where it falls in line at MSP. And that's going to be an issue in any event. All right. So, yeah.
I just want to put on the record, I don't think the prosecutor or the people are holding anything back on purpose. I think she's diligently trying to get it. If I came across that way, I wanted to correct that position. I'm not at a point.
Well, when you say they had a duty to preserve, I get what you mean by that, but it doesn't, I don't know that anybody hasn't preserved anything. And as I'm to understand, the request came in at the beginning of this week. And so they're trying to get it, and they just have to wait for answers from other people. Nobody has it. So. All right. So how much time do we want to give to at least come back and figure out what we're going to do?
Waiting on an answer, so
A couple weeks.
I'm fine with a couple weeks.
Why don't I put this out to the 30th? Come back and then figure out.
We'll be in the afternoon.
I don't know. I'm here all day.
Would you consider
It would be, well, I will set it at 9, and we're usually private councils in the afternoon. So. Probable cause conference, May 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. Or as your invite indicates, bond with its conditions will continue. We're back on the record regarding the scales matter, and record should reflect we had a bench conference. And so that the record is clear, the reason that the court set this hearing was because the last hearing, there was an indication that there was a firearm that was missing from the home, which is the subject matter of this case. And to the credit both of the police department, well, the alleged victims in this case, the police department and the prosecutor's office, through those channels, they let the court know immediately, to the extent that it had an effect on the court's bond, that the gun had been found and located, kind of a strange place, but it had been located on the premises. And so, to be fair to the defendant, because that was part of the court's decision, but not all of it, certainly, I set the hearing so that at least she could be heard as to that.
Thank you.
All right. Was there, go ahead, Ms. Hughes.
I think for the next conference, we've had an opportunity to discuss this extensively, so something I would just think that discussion before, I know we already have a. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Go ahead.
Mayor. Thanks again for the bench conference. Thank you, Ms. Hughes, for letting me know immediately that firearm being located. We had some discussions at the bench about the scales. It's my understanding that the competency report or the evaluation has been completed. It was done a couple weeks ago, so hopefully we'll have an answer for that soon. I usually would jump up and down and make a big argument saying to get her out, but Your Honor, given that, I think it's definitely better to wait for that report so that then we can judge better what we need to do moving forward with the case.
Oh, and I would concur in that. And what I will do, I think what day are we set?
July 2nd.
July 2nd. Okay. It may, and we just have to make sure that once it comes in that we move the hearing date up. So if you, I'll just say this, because of sometimes the way it works around here, if you get a copy of the report, it may not have gotten to me or our clerk's office, but if you get a copy, if you let my office know, we'll make sure that the hearing moves up once we get a copy so that there won't be any delay. But at this point, what I'm going to do is we'll continue to the competency hearing in July, and I'm not going to change any of the bond. Her bond will continue as previously set.
Thank you, Your Honor, for stepping in so quickly.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then one further matter for the record, I am going to move to dismiss count 3 on the record, which is that larceny of the firearm, and I will file the appropriate nollie process as well.
All right. I'll indicate on here, count 3 is dismissed at this time without objection. All right. Fantastic. All righty. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. What's the date?
7/2. I got it. Do you want one of our forms filled out for this? For bond forms? It's an odd situation. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I just leave it like that. Do you have Henry in the back too? Court calls the case People versus Demond Harris. I have a plea form before me. Is that what we're doing?
Correct, Your Honor.
I understand the defendant's going to be pleading no contest to the charge of operating while intoxicated, second offense, the 1 year offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count one would be dismissed.
It's all right. That's correct. Your Honor, we're asking for-
Yeah, no contest plea to that charge. All right, let's have this one.
You solemnly swear to affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Basis for the no contest plea.
Potential civil life.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated, second offense. Is that correct? That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 1 year incarceration or $1,000 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that? And understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty. I should also advise you that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and that you would be sentenced before Judge Barr in the 1482 District Court. You understand that? Still wish to plead no contest? Do you understand what a no contest plea is? Two things about it you need to understand, and that is that it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that? Second thing you need to understand is that the court could treat you the same, would treat you the same as though you had pled guilty to that charge. How do you plead? Two, you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll not have a trial of any kind. You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct? Any questions regarding any of those rights? Look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading no contest, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form. You understand you're giving up your right to appeal upright. Are you on probation or parole? Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead? Anybody threaten you or coerce you? You're doing this voluntarily? Of your own free will. All right. Court has been handed and has reviewed Michigan Department of State Police report for their case number 2813-22. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
No objection.
And counsel, you would stipulate that he has a previous operating while intoxicated on or about January 19th, 2022 in Ypsilanti, as well as an operating while intoxicated on December 18, 2018 in Troy.
So stipulate.
Based upon that, the review of the report and the stipulation, court would find that there's sufficient facts to indicate the defendant's guilt of this offense. That being count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. I should ask, have I complied with the court rule? All right, court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered. Sentencing in this matter will be July 9th, 2024, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. before Judge Barr. Bond continued. Thank you. Court calls case People versus Stephen Ruggs.
On behalf of the people.
That's Overwater Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Ruggs.
Mr. Ruggs, you're first of all going to have to stop smoking.
Yes, sir. I already put it out.
State your name.
Stephen Ruggs.
All right, thank you. What are we doing?
Yes, doesn't matter. Preliminary examination.
Discovery is complete.
Mine,
People have their witnesses available the 21st. Preliminary examination will be set in person May 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. before me.
Thank you.
Hang on a second, sir. I don't have it.
Your Honor, I received a report, that was, that notes that the defendant has failed to test on April 29th, April 26th, April 17th, April 11th, April 4th, March 26th, March 20th, March 12th, and then tested positive for THC and cocaine on March 7th.
You? On March 7th?
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a resident. Okay, so I was a resident out there. The GPS tether that I have on states that I can't live in the house that I was living in. So I had to come all the way back to Macomb County. Kenneth or Overwater is a new attorney on the case. I can't think of her name. Well, I was supposed to be petitioned. None of these places out here will let me drug test without a court order from Washtenaw County. I've called every place around here and each one says I need a court order.
Okay.
So that's the
So
only
what's
reason why I failed. That's the only reason why I missed all those drug tests. And the one that I failed, I was recently released from jail out there. And yes, I did use prior to.
Oh, that's a problem.
No.
So Rex, you're in Macomb County now,
Yes.
which I would ask if Mr. Rex can provide me with the name of a place where he can test. I can submit an order.
He can, that's fine. He can do that, but we're gonna have a problem because you tested positive for cocaine, so you gotta have a good explanation for it.
I
Otherwise,
was using.
what
I was
should-
using.
Don't say anything, Mr. Rex. Listen to the judge, please. Sorry.
What I
Yes, sir.
should do, what I should do right now is revoke your bond. You knew you weren't supposed to be using.
Just what I believe what he indicated was that he had used prior to his arrest, and tested positive shortly after his release.
Okay, I believe that.
I guess within the
But then we don't.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's within the realm of possibilities, but so are unicorns. All right, I'll see him on the 21st. He better get tested. We'll deal with it then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Recalls case, People versus Melissa Curtis.
What's up, are you there?
Yes, she's there. I think so. Ms. Curtis, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. State your
Okay,
name,
'cause I didn't
please.
know. Melissa Curtis.
Thank you.
Okay.
Time to get for PCC, I met with Ms. Curtis on the third here on Valley. We discussed, had a long discussion. At this time, we believe that by probable cause.
All right. Is that correct, ma'am? You're going to waive preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
You understand that preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, sir.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts. Mr. Killawall.
Now to see the information waived is reading of my understanding.
Defendant able to waive formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
3rd at 1:30 before Judge Slay Monday.
June 3rd, 2024, 1:30, Slay Monday.
Melissa, I'll come out and see you again, okay, before the third.
Okay.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one, Judge.
Get him the. Okay, thank you. Court does call the case People versus Senja Grigsby.
Andrew, show the defendant the people.
Grigsby, can you state your name, please?
Senior Grigsby.
Thank you.
Did have a mitigation report done. That was just finished either yesterday or the day before yesterday. It came out of the prosecution. So we would be asking for hopefully one last adjournment for that mitigation to be considered. The resolution be found.
All right, very good. Probable cause, May 30th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. All right, thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Vincent Lambert. Is that your mom? Your grandmother? She told you to say that, didn't she? No. Yeah, I'm sure they did. Young man, if your charger's having a problem, since you're down here, stop over at Community Corrections. Don't want that thing to die on you, okay? Thank you.
Your Honor, Alex Warren, we have a Lambert.
Sir, state your name.
Vincent Lambert.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, today's date comes up for probable cause conference. I think first order of business, if Mr. Lambert does wish to apologize to the court. I understand he come to this court at his last probable cause.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Also, Mr. Lambert, I think he's expressed regret for his action, wishes to apologize to the court.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Simpson, I would love to apologize to you mostly for being judged and disrespectful when you're basically in your home, so hopefully you can accept my apology.
I accept his apology, but I'm not purging the contempt. He'll do the 30 days.
Understood, Your Honor. You would ask the court to adjourn this probable cause conference to the same date as the other two matters. We're hoping to eventually get all three matters to the circuit court.
Set that for the 6th. Is that right? I think that was right. Do you remember?
Yeah, except for the 6th.
6. Probable cause conference will be adjourned June 6th, 2024. 9 a.m. Bond continued. Court calls case People versus Lakita Johnson. That was the one I just did.
Yeah, not yet.
Never not that one. Court calls the case, recalls the case People versus Michael DeBella. Hold on one moment before you come up. That was her. She was taking pictures in the courtroom. Why were you taking pictures in the courtroom? Because you're not permitted to do so, ma'am.
I wasn't taking pictures, I was zooming in to try and read the sign. You could check my phone.
Check her phone. And if there are photos taken in here, then confiscate the phone. DeBella.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Jay Belcher on behalf of Mr. Bella. Mr. Bella's
All right, we were in the middle of a plea that wasn't going well.
Your Honor, we are. I know we are.
January 22nd, 2024. If you could. January 22nd, 2024. Westmoreland and North Wallace. Did you come into contact with the police?
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened?
They pulled me over and I fled.
And you knew they were intending to pull you over? Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Just one follow-up question.
Yes, go ahead.
This is coupled with the previous, but I just want to confirm, you knew they were a police officer doing their job. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A2. Sentencing in this matter will be July.
June 26th at 10 a.m.
Seriously? All right, never mind. June 26th, 2024, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Ordered by our bond continued. Court calls case People versus Thomas Styron. Oh, why do we keep going through this, Mr. Styron?
I'd like to represent myself, Your Honor.
Why do we keep going through this? We went through this at the last hearing. That's why you were talking about that.
20 times.
What?
I've been asked maybe 20 times if I want a lawyer or somebody to represent myself.
Well, but remember what happened last time? Do you remember what happened?
Yeah.
You remember you were mixed up on what you were charged with?
Pardon me?
You were mixed up about what you were charged with, And then as I went through it, he didn't seem to understand it. And
I was very confident. My grasp was child.
well, I have the PD on the case. I'll need a motion to withdraw filed because I can't do it today. Hmm?
Would you motion to withdraw?
I'll adjourn out the probable cause conference then to the 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. File your motion to withdraw. We'll address it at that time. And we'll continue. Court calls the case, People versus Emily, is it Vizina?
And then on behalf of people.
Good afternoon, Raymond Travis, hearing on behalf of the defendant. The defendant is standing to my right.
All right, your name?
Emily Desta.
This is the date and time for a conference that was adjourned. We're ready to waive the preliminary exam, Your Honor, and proceed with the matter.
Court. All right. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, you understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
I understand.
And you understand you'll not have that hearing, you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on a single count.
Just one item of housekeeping. We'll just continue the bond as it was in the district court, correct?
Well, you want me to change it?
No, I just want to make sure.
Well, you want me to lock her up? What are you telling me, counsel? No. All right, hold on. As to the arraignment, the circuit court arraignment, counsel, you waive formal reading of the information and your client stands viewed at this time.
Yeah.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in circuit court will be set for
June 17th at 1:30 before Judge Slade Monday.
June 17th, 2024, 1:30 before Judge Slay Monday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And bond will continue, counsel. You do the same. Court calls the case, People versus Gene Ash.
Ready, Your Honor.
Go ahead, counsel.
Michael Cobb, P78658. Here on behalf of Gene Ash. I believe he's present on Zoom. Mr. Ash, would you state your name?
My name is Gene Ash.
May
Yep, he's here.
Good afternoon.
All right. And what are we doing on this today?
Your Honor, today's date and time set for PCC. Your Honor, I've submitted a request for discovery to the prosecution's office. I haven't received it, to my understanding. For the record, myself and my client were present at court this morning at 9 a.m. We didn't understand it to be set for this afternoon. We did hear in person earlier today. Your Honor. However, I don't have discovery, so I seek to adjourn the PCC.
Right. But has the request been made through the normal processes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hughes?
I'll send it back to him. No, I don't have a copy of his discovery request, but I'll just send it in email right now.
Okay, you'll get an email about the process by which so that it could be gotten. I don't know what discovery request you sent to them.
I could give the court the email.
Okay.
Well, no, it's okay. I mean, I'm just saying, I just want to make sure it gets to you. But usually it's a process that you're emailing and then you're going to get a response very quickly. I just want to make sure that, counsel, that you did that. You probably did the right thing, but there's a process here and I just want to make sure it was done. Okay?
Okay. Well,
that's all I'm saying. So
okay.
Ms. Hughes will get an email to you, to you email back, and then you'll get the discovery. All right?
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right. So probable cause conference, I'll set it for, will the 30th work for you, counsel?
That's fine, Your Honor. Wait, 30th? Yes, that's fine.
You sure?
Yep. That's
all right. May 30th, 2024. Right. I'll set it at 9. It'll likely be in the afternoon. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ash.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, the People versus Kevin Sullivan.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I thought she wasn't coming back.
I know,
I don't-
Judge. I'm back
She was
for
like,
more.
here. Then she said I'm leaving, I'm not coming back, and now she's here. I knew it. I knew it. All right.
Well, good to see you again, Judge.
Yes,
Christina.
that's what I was meaning to say.
Of course,
All
of
right.
course. Christina
Um,
Costantino on behalf of Kevin Sullivan. He is present over Zoom. I believe it indicates that he is connecting to audio.
You see him?
Oh, maybe not. Mr. Sullivan, can you unmute and state your name for the record?
Kevin Lawrence Sullivan.
Okay. You have a camera, sir?
It won't let me turn it on. It keeps going to like the thing that says none or blur for backgrounds, but it won't let me choose none and come back to the camera.
All right.
Judge, if it helps, I do recognize his voice, and I see his face now as well.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. There he is. Okay. What are we doing?
Judge, date and time set for PCC. We are asking to have this matter set for a preliminary exam.
Does he have a prescription for amphetamines?
He does, Judge. Yes.
That's right. I think we went through that, and then
we did. Yes.
Okay. All right. Just looking at the progress report. So discovery is complete.
To my knowledge, yes, Judge.
All right. Do people have their witnesses available the 21st? All right. Preliminary examination in person will be set for May 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. before me.
Great. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Bond will continue. Court does call the case. People versus, is it Trenaja Williams?
Trenaja, Judge. Christina Costantino. Oh, sorry.
Well, let Ms. Tana get, go ahead, Ms. Tana.
Sorry.
And that's the prosecuting attorney behalf of people.
Christina Costantino appearing on behalf of Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, if you are present via Zoom, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
I only have one. I don't have her labeled. I have one phone on there. The individual who called in, last three digits are 488. Could you hit *6 and identify yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name?
Trenaja Williams.
Okay. That's it.
That would be my client.
All right. What are we doing?
Judge, at this time, we are asking for an adjournment of the probable cause conference. An offer has been relayed to me, but I need some additional time to further discuss that offer with my client.
All right. Probable cause conference, May 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. Or as your invite indicates. Bond continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
Are you sure? Is that it?
I'm done now. I'm done.
Oh, okay. Court calls the case of People versus Kyle Lowe.
Oh, Judge, I was waiting for the people to put on their appearance. Sydney
They
Rushing.
did.
Oh, well, they got to speak up, Judge, because I can't hear them. And I don't know if Ms. Costantino did either. But good afternoon, Your Honor. Sydney Rushing appearing on behalf of Mr. Lowe, who's appearing in the courtroom. Mr. Lowe, can you please state your name for the record?
Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you. Judge,
What are we
today's
doing?
the date and time set for a probable cause conference. At this time, we are seeking an adjournment of the probable cause conference. I have received the discovery, but need to go through it with my client.
All right. Cause conference will be adjourned May 30th, 2024.
It's a good date for me, Your Honor.
That works? Okay.
Yes,
9
Judge.
a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond continued.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You're all set.
On that day, will the court-appointed attorney be there, Your Honor?
Pardon?
What's the date
Mr.
again?
Lowe, that's me.
It's May 30th.
May 30th at night?
Well, I say 9, but it'll likely be in the afternoon. I'm not sure exactly what time. It'll go into one of our time blocks. What's your concern?
Will my court-appointed attorney be there with me on the 30th?
Yes,
Ms.
Judge.
Okay, Ms. Rush, she's indicating yes. Okay?
Have a nice day.
You do the same.
Thank you, Judge.
Court calls the case, People versus Joel Owusu.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Deborah Schlossel on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Joel Owusu. Mr. Owusu, please state your name.
Joel Owusu.
Got everybody. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I would respectfully request that this matter be set out 30 days for the purpose of plea negotiations and discovery.
Any objection? Probable cause conference will be adjourned June 6, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond continue. Court calls case People versus Zachary Mulholland.
Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Mulholland. Mr. Mulholland, unmute and state your name, please.
Zachary Mulholland.
Wow, we went through almost a whole day without Simon. And
I knew that I couldn't disappoint Your Honor.
and you have it. All right. Is this going to be a waiver?
It is, Your Honor. You should have an executed waiver in your file.
I do. Mr. Mulholland, you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination, sir. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive the right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on count 1 with 2 following. Mr. Simon.
Waive full reading of the information, Your Honor, and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea to both counts. Pretrial will be set for
June 18th at 1:30 before Judge Contempt.
June 18th, 2024, 1:30.
Yes.
1:30. Bond continued. Thank you, folks. Court calls the cases of the People versus Dan Lee. All 4 cases.
Prosecuting attorney Mark Lewis on behalf of people.
Don't stop him. You got to keep him moving. No, no apology. Just don't do that again.
This is Matthew Human Services and Public Defender. And Mr. Dan Lee, am I right?
What are we doing?
I would like to set all the matters for preliminary examination.
All discovery complete. People have their witnesses available the 21st.
Your Honor, can we go on speak out?
Any objection? Preliminary examination will be set in person, May 28th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. Bond in these matters will continue. Thank you. Court calls case People versus Reginald Harris. Thank you. What are we? Discovery is complete. People have their witnesses available the 21st. Preliminary examination in person set May 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. before me. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Case of the People versus Jordan Hartmeyer.
Water Assistant Public Defender, we got Mr. Hartmeyer. Jordan Hartmeyer. Mr. Hartmeyer does not appear to be present. I've not been able to reach him. The phone number that we have does not answer. There's no voicemail set up. I have no further information regarding his phone calls.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Will be set in a 10,000 cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately. Court does call the case People versus Shanala Legion. Thank you.
Your Honor, today take time set for a probable cause conference as treated as probable cause conference.
Discovery is complete. People have their witnesses available the 21st. Preliminary examination will be set in person for May 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Valvo. Bond will continue. Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Wayne Shaw. Your name?
My name is Wayne Shaw.
Thank you.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Shaw would like to set this for a preliminary examination.
All discovery is complete.
Yes, sir.
People have their witnesses available the 21st. Preliminary examination in person will be set May 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Valvo. Bond will continue. Thank you. Case People versus Lakita Johnson.
Right, we did think we were close to resolution next week, but one need to adjourn.
She'll get two.
I have to be on our, I don't see you often.
Yeah. Oh, joy. May 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continue. Thank you. 9 a.m. or you'll get they'll let you know what block you're in, but it'll be on that date, okay? Thank you.
আমি আছি বগুড়ায়, আর বগুড়ার সব সেরা রাঁধুনিরা তাদের হাতের খাবার নিয়ে চলে এসেছেন। কেমন করছেন তারা, চলুন দেখা যাক। দর্শক, অসংখ্য প্রতিযোগীর মধ্য থেকে প্রাথমিকভাবে বাছাইকৃত প্রতিযোগীরা আজ হাজির হয়েছে বগুড়াতে। প্রত্যেকের স্বপ্ন একটাই, হতে চায় সেরা রাঁধুনি, এবং একটু পরেই তারা মুখোমুখি হবে বিচারকদের। তারা কি ভাবছেন, মনের মধ্যে কিরকম দুশ্চিন্তা হচ্ছে, কে কি রেসিপি নিয়ে এসেছেন এবং তাদের জন্য কতটা সহজ হবে ঢাকায় যাওয়ার টিকিট পাওয়া, কথা বলবো প্রতিযোগীদের সাথে। দেখি তারা কি ভাবছেন। কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনি ভালো আছেন?
আপনার রেসিপি কি?
আমার রেসিপিটা হচ্ছে ক্যারামেল অরেঞ্জ ইয়োগার্ট।
ওকে, এটার মূল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস কি?
এটার মূল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্ট হচ্ছে দই, বগুড়ার বিখ্যাত দই। আমি সেটা দিয়ে ফিউশন করা ট্রাই করেছি।
আপনি এর আগেও অংশ নিয়েছিলেন সম্ভবত 1427 এবং গ্র্যান্ড অডিশন থেকে বাদ পড়েছিলেন, রাইট?
রাইট।
এবারের রেসিপি কি?
এবারের রেসিপি হচ্ছে আমার চকলেট মোকা স্ট্রবেরি চিজ কেক। অল আর মাই সিক্রেট রেসিপি, সো আই এম ভেরি এক্সাইটেড।
কুমু, কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
খুব ভালো। এর আগে 1427 লাকি 7 থেকে বাদ পড়েছিলেন, এবার কি মনে হচ্ছে?
প্রথমবারের যে অভিজ্ঞতা, বর্তমানে আমি তারপর আরো 2 বছর সময় নিয়েছি, শিখেছি, তো নিজেকে এবারে তৈরি করে এনেছি। ইনশাল্লাহ ভালো কিছু একটা হবে।
আপনার রেসিপির মূল বৈশিষ্ট্য কি?
আমার রেসিপির মূল বৈশিষ্ট্য হচ্ছে গ্রাম্য নিয়ে এসেছি, মানে আমার গ্রামের যে জিনিসপত্র সে প্রেজেন্ট করবো।
একসঙ্গে কতজনের রান্না করতে পারবেন?
আমি যদি বলি, এখন আমাদের বাসায় যত গেস্ট আসে আপ টু 20।
একটু কি ভয় লাগছে?
হ্যাঁ, একটু ভয় কাজ করছে, কারণ ফার্স্ট টাইম কোনো রিয়েলিটি শোতে আসছি।
তারপর আপনার জন্য শুভকামনা রইল।
সো মাচ।
দর্শক, ভয় তো লাগবেই, এবং এই ভয়কে জয় করাই হচ্ছে যে কোনো প্রতিযোগীর কাজ। সেরা রাঁধুনি কিন্তু একটা লম্বা প্রতিযোগিতা, এবং এই রেসে টিকে থাকার জন্য আপনাকে অবশ্যই অন্যদের চাইতে বেটার রেসিপি দিতে হবে, এবং সেই রেসিপির মধ্য দিয়ে কিন্তু যারা আমাদের বিচারক রয়েছেন তাদের মন জয় করতে হবে। সো দেখা যাক কি হয়, আমাদের সঙ্গেই থাকুন। দর্শক, আমাদের মাঝে বিচারকেরা চলে এসেছেন। একটু পরেই শুরু হবে ফুড টেস্টিং এবং সেই সাথে জাজমেন্ট। আমি এবার কথা বলবো আমাদের বিচারকদের সাথে। দেখি তারা কি ভাবছেন। ওয়েলকাম টু বগুড়া অডিশন, কি খবর?
ভালো, তুমি কেমন আছো?
আমি খুব ভালো আছি এবং আমি ভুল না করলে এবার দিয়ে বোধহয় পঞ্চমবারের মতো আপনি আসলে বিচারকের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। বগুড়ার প্রতিযোগী, সর্বোপরি এবারের প্রতিযোগীদের নিয়ে আপনার কি বলার আছে?
প্রত্যাশা তো অনেক বেশি, কারণ বগুড়া সবসময় সব সিজনেই অনেক ভালো ভালো পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমরা পেয়ে থাকি সেরা রাঁধুনিতে। তো এবারও আমি আশা করছি যে অ্যাটলিস্ট টপ 5 পর্যন্ত যেন যেতে পারে, এরকম পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমরা এখান থেকে নিয়ে যেতে পারি, এটাই আমাদের প্রত্যাশা।
শেফ নাইম আশরাফ দ্বিতীয়বারের মতো সেরা রাঁধুনির অডিশনের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন বিচারকের, কেমন লাগছে বা কি মনে করছেন এবারের এই আয়োজন নিয়ে?
সেরা রাঁধুনি গত সিজনে আমরা রংপুর দিয়ে শুরু করেছিলাম, সো এবার বগুড়াতে নতুন পার্টিসিপেন্টসদের খাওয়া ট্রাই করার জন্য ভেরি এক্সাইটেড। রেসিপি সিলেকশনে আমি সবগুলো রেসিপি দেখেছি, সিলেক্ট করেছি, সো ওগুলো খাওয়ার জন্য এবার এখানে আশা করি অনেক ভালো পার্টিসিপেন্টস বগুড়া থেকে পাবো।
অনেক অনেক ভালোবাসা। আমার মনে হয় আমি আর সময় নষ্ট না করি, আপনার ভেতরে চলে যান।
তোমাকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ।
থ্যাংক ইউ। দর্শক, আমাদের প্রধান 2 বিচারককে তো পেয়ে গেছি, কিন্তু বগুড়াতে রয়েছেন আমাদের আরও একজন অতিথি বিচারক। তিনি ঠিক কোথায় আমি এখনও জানি না, তাকে খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না। তিনি এলেই কিন্তু শুরু হয়ে যাবে আমাদের মূল অডিশন রাউন্ড।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাঁধুনি,
Học đi con. Ôi chơi lắm cái này.
Con phải lên, con đánh câu của bạn. Con dạy là. Xong rồi cũng đã không mua. Thế bạn em dạy mà. Thầy gì ở đây luôn.
Thôi học đi. Không đi lắm cái này đâu con ơi.
Con có mũ mà.
Thì nhà sẽ tô phần con ơi, đi đâu ấy? Mình sẽ tô cái phần chúng mày Hello Kitty này bằng cái màu hồng nhá, hồng phấn này. Đôi môi là màu đỏ nè. Mình đã tô xong phần đầu với cái màu hồng nhá.
আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না, দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না। আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন। জি।
হ্যালো শেফ, হ্যালো ম্যাম, হ্যালো ম্যাম।
হ্যালো।
এটা হলো আমি করেছি কোয়েল বেগুনের কালাই টাক। আমার আঞ্চলিকতাকেই আমি ফিউশন হিসেবে এখানে তুলে ধরেছি। আর পাশে ডেজার্ট হিসেবে রেখেছি জাম্বুরা খোসার মালাই চাপিটা।
ইন্টারেস্টিং। এটা প্লেট করা কোথা থেকে শিখলেন?
আমি কমপ্লিট করার পরে যখন ঢাকাতে চাকরির প্রিপারেশনের জন্য যাই, তখন ওখান থেকে 3 মাসের একটা কোর্স করেছিলাম। ওখানে আপনার ডেকোরেশন, প্লেটিং অনেক কিছু শেখাইছিল। ছোটোখাটো কিছু ওখান থেকেই শেখা হয়েছে। আর ইউটিউব, সুপার শেফ, মাস্টার শেফ, কানাডিয়ান, অস্ট্রেলিয়ান এইসব দেখেই শিখেছি। আর আপনার ফুড নিয়ে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করতে ভালোবাসি। খাদ্যের অবশিষ্ট অংশ ফেলে দিয়ে আমরা অনেক সময় নষ্ট করি, যাতে ওইগুলো আমরা ফুড হিসেবে আবার প্লেটিং করতে পারি, সেই হিসাবে এটা আমার করা। জাম্বুরার
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কি ফার্স্ট টাইম?
না, এবার দিয়ে আমার সেকেন্ড টাইম।
আচ্ছা।
এর আগের বার আমি এসেছিলাম আপনার ওই টিভি ছিল।
আপনি কিচেনে কাজ করেন না কেন? হোটেল বা রেস্টুরেন্টে কাজ করেন না?
আমি আপনার 17-18 মাস মতন কাজ করেছিলাম আপনার রূপপুর পারমাণবিকের পাশে, মানে অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট হিসেবে ঢুকেছিলাম। পরে শেফ চলে যাওয়ার কারণে পুরো আমি হ্যান্ডেল করতাম এটা।
কিচেন লাইনে কাজ করতে চান?
অফকোর্স, এই জন্যই এখন এর পিছনেই ছুটছে।
আপনার আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুড আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুডের টেস্টও অনেক ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আপনার খুব ভালো চেষ্টা ছিল, আর আমরা নতুন রেসিপি দেখলাম।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
তো আমার মনে হলো আপনাকে আমরা একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই। আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাঁধুনি।
আমি নিয়ে এসেছি প্লেন রাইস, সরষে ইলিশ, আর হচ্ছে একটা ডাউল রান্না, বাড়িতে নর্মালি যেটা রান্না হয় আর কি, আর হচ্ছে 3 পদের ভর্তা।
এতটুকু তো এনাফ না সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার জন্য।
কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
এটা স্যার ফ্রাইড চিকেন আর ফ্রাইড রাইস।
বাসায় রান্না করেন?
জি জি।
কি ধরনের রান্না?
নর্মাল রান্নাগুলো আম্মু করে, আর একটু মানে অন্যরকম রান্নাগুলো আমি করেছি।
আম্মু তো সেরা রাজনীতি গিয়ে রান্না করে দিয়ে আসে।
না না, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারি, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারবো।
একটু স্কিলটা বাড়াতে হবে। হ্যাঁ,
আমি নিয়ে আসছি অ্যারাবিয়ান চিকেন খাফসা।
এখানে স্টার অনিস ব্যবহার করেছো? স্টার অনিস অনেক বেশি স্ট্রং ফ্লেভার আছে।
খাপসা নিয়ে এসেছি, এটা খাপসা হয়নি।
আবার আসবে।
চিকেন ললিপপ, সাথে একটু সুইটের জন্য চকলেট কেক নিয়ে এসেছি।
ললিপপের সাথে রাইস যায় না।
চিকেন ললিপপ ইজ আ স্টার্টার।
এই জিনিসগুলো অবশ্যই মাথায় রাখতে হবে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
শারমিন কি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
আমি এটা কাঁচা পেঁপের লাড্ডু বানিয়েছি।
শারমিন এটা আপনার নিজের রেসিপি? ইটস রিয়েলি গুড। আমি খাওয়া স্টপ করতে পারছি না। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না। আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন। জি
ফারজান আক্তার মিম,
জি,
কি বানিয়েছো?
পায়েস।
এত বড় প্লেটে কেন?
আসলে ডেকোরেশনের জন্য একটু বড়ই নিয়েছিলাম।
ডেকোরেশন তো ভালো লাগছে না।
পায়েস সাধারণত এভাবে সার্ভ হয় না।
আপনার নাম বলবেন আর কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন সেটা?
আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ শাফিউল আলম, ডিশের নাম লেয়ার হ্যাভেন টিট।
এটা হ্যাভেন কোন দিক থেকে হলো?
একটা স্মুথি ভাব আসে, এই জন্য
যে একটা বাইট দিলাম আর একদম উড়ে হ্যাভেন। আমি খেয়ে যেটা দেখলাম কেকটা খুবই ড্রাই। সরি টু সে আমি যেতে পারি নাই হ্যাভেন।
অডিশন রাউন্ডে বিচারকদের কাছে প্রতিযোগীদের রেসিপির পাশাপাশি ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন, কুকিং স্কিল, নলেজ, সেলফ কনফিডেন্স সহ বিভিন্ন বিষয়ে পরীক্ষার সম্মুখীন হতে হয়। সেই পরীক্ষায় অনেকেই বিচারকদের প্রত্যাশা পূরণ করতে পারেননি, তাই সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার স্বপ্ন তাদের এখানেই থেমে যায়।
অয়েল ফ্রি আলু পনির। এটা
পনিরটা কিভাবে বানিয়েছে?
পনিরটা এটা কেনা পনির।
তাহলে তো আলুও বাজার থেকে কেনা। তাহলে আপনার কি?
আমার রান্না রেসিপি আমার।
আমার নাম নাসরিন আক্তার মিম। আমি আজকে করেছি ভ্যানিলা কেক, সাথে আমি করেছি হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকের সাথে হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকটা এখানে কেন, মানে টপ থেকে এডিবল?
নো,
সো এটা এডিবল না। এন্ড দেন হোয়াই ডিড ইউ পুট?
এটাও এডিবল না, এটা হচ্ছে প্রপার। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না। দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Mình đã tô xong quả dứa với cái màu cam nha. Phần lá là màu xanh nè. Còn phần chùm nho này, đây là một chùm nho chín nha. Mình đã xong cái màu cam này rồi. Mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu tím nha. Màu tím nha. Đây là cái màu tím nè. Mình sẽ xếp lại cái màu của mình vào cái hộp màu này. Để cho nó đỡ chặt nha. Với những quả nho màu tím nhá, mình sẽ tô một chùm nho rất là nhiều quả nho nhỏ nha. Mình đang tô phần chùm nho với cái màu tím nhá. Một cái giỏ hoa quả gồm 4 loại quả là quả xoài, quả táo, quả cam và quả nho. Mình đang tô phần quả nho nha.
It looked really good. Taste-wise, it is also very good.
থ্যাংক ইউ
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
আমি সেরা চমক দেখাতে জ্বালাবো শিখা দেখিয়ে দেব যা হয়নি দেখা।
আমি মৌসুমি।
মৌসুমি কি বানিয়েছেন?
এটা হচ্ছে চকো ক্যারামেল চিজকেক ব্লসম।
Looks beautiful. I think আজকের দেখা one of the best presentation.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন আপনি?
আমার ছোটোখাটো একটা বিজনেস আছে ফুড নিয়ে, পাশাপাশি আমি ট্রেনার হিসেবে রাজশাহী মহিলা টিটিসিতে আছি। আমি মাস্টার্স কমপ্লিট করেছি হোম ইকোনমিক্স থেকে, আর এছাড়াও আমি হোটেল ম্যানেজমেন্টে ডিপ্লোমা করেছি, আর এখন করছি হলো কুলিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা। এছাড়াও আমি কিছু লেভেল কমপ্লিট করেছি যেটা কুকিং এবং বেকিংয়ের উপরে।
সো আপনি রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার?
জি।
সো রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার হিসেবে ইউ হোল্ড আ ভেরি হাই পজিশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, রাইট? সো ওই পজিশন থেকে এসে এরকম একটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের খানাকে প্রুভ করা, দ্যাট টেকস আ লট অফ গাটস। অল ইউর স্টুডেন্টস আর ওয়াচিং, যারা আপনাকে চিনে তারা দেখছে।
জি।
অ্যান্ড এটা তো অ্যাবাউট নাও তো 50-50, ইট ক্যান গো এনি ডিরেকশনে। ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন নিয়ে আমি বলেছি, ইট লুকড রিয়েলি গুড। টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইট ইজ অলসো ভেরি গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরি লেয়ার, ডিফারেন্ট এলিমেন্টস অফ ইট ভালো লেগেছে।
জি।
নিচের সসটা ভালো লেগেছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমাদের যদি সিলেক্ট হয়ে যান তাহলে কিন্তু একটা লম্বা সময় থাকতে হবে, মানে এত কিছু বাদ দিয়ে ওইটুকু কি করা সম্ভব?
সম্ভব, কারণ আমার বাচ্চারা খুব করে চায়, এটা তো আমার ভালো লাগার একটা জায়গা যে আমিও চাচ্ছি এখানে যেতে। সঙ্গে আমার বাচ্চাদের খুব ইচ্ছা যে তার মাকে এই পজিশনে দেখা যাক, তো আমি হয়তো বা জবও ছেড়ে দিতে পারি এখানে যাওয়ার জন্য।
মৌসুমি, আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিব, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসুন।
ইয়েস, পেয়ে গেছি আমার কাঙ্ক্ষিত কার্ডটি। যদি আমি অ্যাপরনটি পেয়ে যাই তো আমি যেখানে জব করি তাদেরকে আমি জানাবো আমি ছুটি চাই 2 মাসের জন্য। যদি তারা মানে রাজি হয় তাহলে ওকে, আর যদি না রাজি হয় তো আমার স্বপ্ন পূরণের জন্য আমি জবটা ছেড়ে দেবো।
তাও আমি যেতে চাই ঢাকা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমার নাম তাসনিয়া আলী।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
আমি বানিয়েছি বিফ লাজানিয়া।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
সেটা পারফেক্ট আছে?
আই হোপ সো।
ইটালিয়ান আইটেমে কোন উপাদানটা ছাড়া কখনো ইটালিয়ান ডিশ হয় না?
টমেটো আর মৎজারেলা, ওদের প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমে কাইন্ড অফ এই দুইটা জিনিস কনসিস্টেন্ট থাকে।
অরিগানো অলসো।
অরিগানো অলসো, ইয়েস।
এখানে মৎজারেলা আসছে?
জি, হোমমেড মৎজারেলা, যেটা আমি নিজে বানিয়েছি।
হোমমেড?
জি।
I am very impressed যে you make your own mozzarella.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর কি কি ইটালিয়ান ডিশ তুমি ভালো তৈরি করতে পারো?
স্প্যাগেটি উইথ মিটবলস, এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি বানাই। আরেকটা হচ্ছে তিরামিসু।
বাংলা খাবার বানাতে পারো?
জি পারি।
5 ফোড়নে যে ব্যবহার করা হয়, 5 ফোড়ন নাম শুনেছো?
জি।
5টা মশলার নাম বলো তো।
মেথি, মৌরি, কালিজিরা, জিরা, নর্মাল জিরা অ্যান্ড না সরি লাস্টটা মনে পড়তে
রাঁধুনি থাকে ওর মধ্যে।
ও হ্যাঁ, সর্ষে
রাঁধুনিও থাকে, রাঁধুনি থাকে। মনে করেন আপনি সেরা রাঁধুনি হয়ে গেলেন,
জি,
15 লক্ষ টাকাও পেলেন,
জি,
দেন করবেন কি?
আই থিঙ্ক কালিনারি আর্টসে একটা ডিগ্রি পারসিউ করব ফার্স্ট অফ অল। অ্যান্ড বেকিংয়ে আমার আরও বেশি অনেক কিছু, যে অনেক টাইপের আইটেমস আছে, সো ওগুলো আমি আমার প্রফেশনালি শেখার ইচ্ছা আছে। তো আমি মোস্ট প্রবাবলি স্কিল বিল্ডিংয়ে ইনভেস্ট করব সবার ফার্স্ট।
So for now, we'll give you a waiting card. ঠিক আছে?
আমি ঠিকই জানি আমার মাঝে আমি
Mình đã xong con nhím với cái màu nâu này nhé. Phần những lá mình sẽ tô bằng màu xanh. Những trồng cây mình cũng tô bằng màu xanh nha. Đây nữa nè. Đây là các phần cái cây nhỏ ở dưới của một cái tán lá cây to nhá. Những cây cỏ nhỏ ở dưới á. Phần gốc cây mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu nâu nè. Thân cây. Đây là cái màu nâu nha. Phần thân cây mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu nâu nha. Một gốc cây cổ thụ rất là to. Với tán lá này mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu xanh lá này nhá.